influence.
The media comes in boxes. TV boxes, shoe boxes, boom boxes, red boxes, and even mail boxes.
I am not the media. I determine what I want to wear, how I want to look, and I cannot be confined.
I am not the media because I am an individual with a voice, and an individual with the strength and power to choose who I want to be.
I am not the media because I have a brain and a conscience. I do not blindly follow what all the screens tell me. I do not push myself to be something I'm not, and I can sleep at night.
I've taken a look inside to see that I am not defined by outside forces who decide who I should be. Instead of looking at TV screens, video games, and magazines, and internet surfing in between, I've taken a look inside my mind to see the creativity that God has placed in this entity, and I realized that
you don't need a crown to be a king. All you need to have is a dream, a little bit of hope, and to believe that one day you can be the one to lead.
I am not the media. My actions have yet to be seen. My thoughts have yet to be heard. And today, I can start a revolution.
I am not the media because, for me, the answer is D. All of the above. And instead of telling me what to do and where to go, I know that my goal just might be down a lonesome road. My soul can't be sold.
I am not the media. My heartbeat slams against the stream. I am like the salmon that swims upstream. You can see my scales. Like the dawn after a night with no moon, I gleam. Because I'm not the media. And I'm not alone.
I'm not the media because, regardless of the color of my eyes, the size of my thighs, or the length of my hair, or even the clothes I wear, I refuse to let the media define me, because I'm me.
I am not the media because I refuse to let a TV show or a radio station or even a newspaper article dictate how I live my own life.
Respecting what God has created, eyes open big and wide. I'm beyond the influence. So this is something that you don't see in this world. This defines me. I am not the media.
I'm not the media because I choose to live outside of the box.
I'm beyond the influence.
How do you feel the media plays a role in impacting your life as a teenager?
As a teenager, I'm doing a research paper in English about Facebook, and most of the social media that teenagers consume is from social networking sites like Facebook. So I think it affects us because we don't see it as media. We see it as something a friend posted. And I mean, if it's our friend and they posted it, obviously it has to be true or good for us. But we don't realize that it was thought up by some genius in their offices or wherever some genius in their buildings and they made it so that we would share it to each other, and then it would spread virally around so we would believe it.
Okay. Do you feel that there are any positives to media? And if so, what are they?
Yes. I think, of course, in advertising, if you're advertising something that's legitimately good for people, or it's a legitimate, cause, donations like Komen for the Cure, is that the breast cancer thing? Yeah. They do all sorts of media and advertising and Facebook ads, and I see that online all the time. And I'm sure they're working for a legitimate cause. I'm sure they're actually helping out cancer patients, and that money's actually going somewhere.
So how do you think advertising could be negative?
I think it could be negative if the person who made it is just trying to get a quick profit. They don't have a legit product. They just want to sell it, get the money, mess with banks.
What message would you give to teenagers your age as far as enlightening them on the influences of the media?
What advice or what message?
What advice or message?
I would tell them to do research. and actually research what they're buying, or what they're investing in, or what they're spreading around to their friends. I mean, maybe Google's not reliable or Wikipedia, but still, you can do research in libraries too. But research what you're putting your money in, or believing in, putting your faith in.
I'm beyond the influence.
I'm not the media because I have a brain and a conscience. I do not blindly follow what all the screens tell me. I do not push myself to be something I'm not. And I can sleep at night.
Testify for me. I am not the media. I'm beyond the influence.
How do you feel the media impacts you as a teenager?
Well, as a teenager, it sets limitations and standards that we all must abide by, regardless if it is wearing the latest clothes, the nicest shoes, or keeping your hair done all the time. And sometimes it keeps a person away from themselves. And the more they stray away from themselves, the more that they lose themselves. And when they can't find themselves, it leads them to find themselves in other things such as drugs. They try to implant just basically basic ideas that we have to abuse our bodies to make sure that we find ourselves.
How do you feel the media portrays young women?
Young women as a whole, we've been degraded, and I am a victim of that myself, because I'm now being used to being called thick instead of, okay, she's a little chunky or she's just not skinny. I've been subjected to be called thick, and it's kind of a give or take. Sometimes it's a good or bad thing because it affects the clothing that you wear. I can't always wear the tightest jeans, or I can't always go out in a short skirt. So I guess it's a blessing and a curse.
What message would you give to other teens your age as far as viewing the media?
As far as viewing the media, I would basically say that don't let that be your whole reason for being. I mean, you can take one or two things, maybe clothing suggestions or style options, but don't let that be the sole purpose for your life.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay.
I'm beyond the influence.
I'm not the media because regardless of the color of my eyes, or the size of my thighs, or the length of my hair, or the clothes I wear, the media can't define me. And that's me.
I am not the media. I'm beyond the influence.
How do you feel the media plays a role in influencing your life as a teenager?
I feel like the media plays a really big part in influencing teenagers, especially in this country, because there's so many things that go into the average teenage lives, like music and clothing and things of that nature, where it's like, if you don't do this thing or wear this or do everything that the media or outside forces tells you to do, then you're not really cool or you're not in the in crowd. So without all of those forces, I think we will really be able to see the real people and look and to see who people actually are.
Do you feel as a young black male, the media plays a large role on depicting stereotypes with you in the media?
Oh yeah, I definitely do, because I feel like me as a young black male, I'm considered what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say not a target, but just I've been targeted, because I feel like there's a lot of people that see me and think one way when it's completely different, like I'm a troublemaker, or statistics like I'm not going to graduate, things like that. And I kind of hear these things, but those statistics just make me want to work that much harder.
I'm beyond the influence.
I've taken a look inside to see that I am not defined by outside forces who decide who I should be. Instead of looking at TV screens, video games, and magazines and internet surfing in between, I've taken a look inside my mind to see the creativity that God has placed in this entity, and I realized that I am not the media, I am me.
Influence.
How do you feel that the media impacts your life as a teenager?
Well, even though I might like stand here and say that it doesn't impact my life or I don't want it to, I mean, you always go, what's the first thing you do? The first thing I do is turn on the radio. First thing you hear, oh, Britney Spears, oh, this, and you feel a certain way about it. You have your own opinion. We all have opinions. And I mean, it's going to factor on what we do for the rest of the day or maybe for the rest of our lives. It just depends. And you see everywhere, TVs, radios, and internet, something that it's a part of our everyday lives. It's going to impact us.
Do you feel that the media has impacted you personally?
Of course, in everything I do and everything I wear. In high school, I mean, there is a standard that you have to meet according to, but I mean, what I wear isn't necessarily maybe what I thought I was going to wear 2 years ago. It's something that I saw, something fashion, something I like to see on TV, and maybe that's what defined what I wore that day.
Thank you.
I'm beyond the influence.
I am not the media. My actions have yet to be seen. My thoughts have yet to be heard. And today, I can start a revolution. Sorry.